does will ever impact him. Like, it just won't. So why should he give a shit? And if if it harms people in his audience, he still doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? And those guys are actively championing this demise. So that's it. This is the cold hard truth of the matter. Okay. Asmongold to LA to meet actual social activists, real SJWs, and the culture him a little. Sorry to go back to Asmon. No, I haven't thought about that, because I think that even a normal conversation with Asmongold at this stage is completely lost. Okay, there was a point in time when that could have happened, but I think that he does not care. I'll be honest. I don't think he is a convincible person. I think he doesn't necessarily care. He's nihilistic about his approach to politics. It's just content. It's pure content, and it's also pure content that actively gives him a massive fan base. Why the f would you stop doing that if you're, if the only thing you care about is relevance, and this is giving you that thing that you care about more than anything else? Then yeah, you're not going to stop it. And I think he's been very clear on that too. I don't think that if his dad can't get to him, if his closest friends that he's grown up with can't actually change his mind, I don't think that this is like a genuinely mistaken person who will have a change of heart. Yeah, he actively says he does not care. So there was a point in time where I thought that was possible, but I don't think that he is. I just don't think that he cares. And also, this is far larger than Asmongold anyway. Asmongold is simply a placeholder for like the attitude shift that's happening online in general. Okay, like if it wasn't Asmongold, it'd be someone else who would be doing like I'm actually a centrist and I really like populism, but also Trump is a content machine, so I'm just gonna watch it in a positive way as chat keeps spamming W and based every time Donald Trump says like I'm gonna eliminate DEI and transgenders or whatever. Like, that's it. He respects you. I think you may be able to convince him. I think there was a point in time where he did, but I don't think I'll be able to convince him. You can't. What's the other quote where it's like, you can't change the mind of a person who makes money off of not having his mind changed? Like, what's the Upton Sinclair quote? You know, it's difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. Well, you've said yourself that Asmon doesn't care about money. Yes, it's not about the money for him. It's more so about the relevance aspect. Yeah. Substitute money in that situation for relevancy and you'll understand it. He's literally been repeating the point of it's being extremely successful, so he's going to keep doing it. He left the organization he started so he can continue doing this. Yeah, it makes sense. If you only care about that and this is getting you that, then why would you stop doing it? Especially because, like, I think at his financial status and his also lack of interest in like spending money on anything really, this is the one thing that he cares about, and nothing that does will ever impact him. Like, it just won't. So why should he give a shit? And if if it harms people in his audience, he still doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? And those guys are actively championing this demise. So that's it. This is the cold hard truth of the matter. Okay. What about banning video games? I don't think Trump is going to do that. And on the liberal side, you have people who present themselves as champions of progress, who have like selfish and very deeply personal vendettas against someone like myself. So I'm catching it from all aspects in that regard. That's why everywhere you go online, there's people on the right that obviously don't like me because I'm commie hypocrite, socialist who's rich. This guy, he sucks. He mustn't believe what he's actually saying. But then also on the liberal side, because people are completely devoid of any interest in like truly championing policies and instead operate on a team sport mentality, they get primed by their favorite liberal content creators into also thinking the exact same things. Like, oh, Hasan is a rich hypocrite socialist who's a fake socialist and he's grifting and he's bad. He hates America. That's it. Anyway, it's not, you can't convince someone whose goals align in the process of not being convinced. I also personally don't think Asmongold will debate me in the future either, because why should he? It's much easier to just like keep reacting to Donald Trump and getting the attention of a lot of people who like Donald Trump and going, yeah, that's based over and over again. It's the easiest thing on the planet to do. It's great. I totally understand why someone who is far removed from the negative aspects of any administration to f***ing do that. You know? Why would he turn around and talk to someone who has a diametrically opposite worldview, who actually knows what the f*** they're talking about? You know? This is why I've also maintained the position over and over again that, like, it is incredibly easy to farm right-wingers. Okay? It is unimaginably easy to farm right-wingers. It is the easiest grift of all time. And this is precisely the reason why nobody f***ing quote-unquote grifts to the left. I believe it was, what is this? As much as I hate to say it, I feel that after the nuke, whatever vid, a lot of people changed their view on you, in which is shame, because a lot of the, if not most of that vid is so out of context. No, it's not that. I mean, there are certainly a margin of people that, are just like completely, truly oblivious to global politics in general, that will move away at the behest of their favorite content creator. But ultimately, I don't think that actually changed the dynamic at all. If it did, then people wouldn't be actively brigading every single thing that I do in an effort to be like, hey, don't listen to this guy. He's a really bad guy. You know, most people don't know who Asmon or Hasan is. It's all content. Yes, there's also that aspect of it as well. I've heard, like, I think it's maybe a little suspicious that the overwhelming majority of my naysayers are people who just have no political associations or have right-wing political associations in general and don't necessarily understand politics at all. They don't understand my politics, but they don't understand politics at all. It is always from the aspect of drama. Like, that's it. That's what it is. It's people presenting themselves as centrists who don't have any real political convictions whatsoever, just constantly, you know, repeating the same old idiotic takes over and over again. Because if they did, they would probably lock in. Like, if anyone was a remotely serious person about politics, if they truly weren't just like drama farming content creators, I suspect that they would spend more of their time right now trying to actively find ways of combating the incoming administration and all of the devastating actions that they're engaging in. Like, when you got migrants being shipped off to Guantanamo Bay, and your battle that you are waging is against the dude who you on paper agree with like 99% of the time, you're probably not very serious about things. Yeah, I know a few people who hate you for various different reasons. One of them was when you said streaming is harder than a 9 to 5 and something you defend in Israel. All of them either saw clips or the nuke. Yeah, exactly. It's just, well, the nuke is just a collection of clips. But I still believe that people have the capacity to make up their own mind, regardless of what other people are, saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's impossible for people to come in here and continue maintaining this position that, you know, they maintaining the position that they are going to consistently, they're going to keep being duped actively, you know? Anyway, your haters always attack your character and appearance, but never actually political takes, which I find weird. Not a single counter argument, but bah, because someone says so, bah. Exactly. Anyway, I think it's a little bit of a good thing depending on which audience is reacting. Like, at least they are being wary of content creators in general, because so many of them are just marketing things to you or total fakes. No, I don't think people do that. My point is, I think drama, and I've said this a lot, drama is a very palatable way to consume politics, because politics is otherwise very boring, or even worse than boring. Politics is really scary and sad, especially when you feel how powerless you are. And for that reason, drama is like the most entertaining way that you can get that. You can feel smart. You can feel intelligent because someone who's not very intelligent is telling you that this other guy who might have yelled at you or have undermined your worldview is actually stupid, or if not stupid, a hypocrite, right? He's a bad guy. So politics is not easily digestible, even though I try to make it as palatable as possible. These guys actually just only care about the drama aspect and the algorithm boost that they get from it, and will very actively garner the attention of people who also aren't necessarily interested in the policies, whether it hurts them individually or not. So they gravitate towards the drama aspect of it. Everyone's got a different method. My method is to have fun while covering horrifying realities. I try to do that to the best of my ability. I think I do a pretty decent job with that. You know, I just don't do it from the framework of drama. Hasan, I deadass made an alt account because you banned me for like 5 years for one well-written and thought-out message. You are a bend-over shill who loves semen in between his nostrils when he eats cereal, so when it drops down on the bowl, he mixes it into the milk and eats it, hoping to forget the terrible atrocities that he has since feasted upon. Shalom. Do you think you just convinced anyone here that you actually had you just basically proved why you probably got banned 5 years ago? That's so strange. Like, why have you maintained a 5-year-old grudge? That's weird. Also, why are you fantasizing about me doing cum-related things? Hey, Hasan, someone in my relatively niche online community is using the conservative playbook and people are eating it up despite others pointing out the hypocrisy, doublethink, etc., etc. He recently made a video that gained traction and now the community is filled with tourists parroting his opinion. I hate the fact that every corner of the internet is filled with these people nowadays. Yeah, I mean, there is an onslaught of right-wing content. There is right-wing content everywhere online, and that is a cycle that basically creates even more right-wing content because people see successful. It's in some ways it's similar to Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute. Elon Musk does the Nazi salute. There's public reception that is like obviously negative towards it, but then there's this whole like, oh, we're actually owning the libs aspect to it. Okay, so then other people start doing it as well. They do it to basically say like, yeah, I'm doing it. The fuck are you gonna do about it? Do you understand? And it's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. Where if you see Asmongold popping off, you know, and you know, farming right-wing viewers, and you are otherwise like politically agnostic or don't necessarily care and you just want to make money or you want to get your clout up, yeah, you're going to go in that direction. That's a lot of people's first foray into, I think, commentary in general. I do truly believe that if there was a massive amount of like communist, leftist content creators out there that were unimaginably successful in the independent media landscape, and there are obviously structural hurdles ahead of that make it impossible, there would be plenty of other people who also did that initially and without believing the ideology whatsoever, but just did it because they're like, well, other people are doing it, I might do it as well. I would go so far as to say that I think my brand of politics has dominated Twitch for the past, 5 years, okay, until recently. It did. And I think that there were a lot of people who also leaned in that direction as well because they saw that it was permissible. Maybe they had some allegiances to it. Maybe they didn't, but it doesn't matter. Because guess what? The people who weren't real believers, okay, the people who were not real believers of this kind of thing very quickly moved on and no longer, and openly demonstrated that they actually have right-wing opinions as well. What the fuck? Oh, he's just insane. Raise your hand if you have an ex-girlfriend that you wish you could beat the fuck up. Dude, yeah, okay. This person came in saying like they had a truly normal grievance that was not addressed 5 years ago, and then very quickly explained exactly why we fucking banned him. Jesus Christ. Ban this fucking international terrorist. What? Owning the libs, my brother in Christ? You don't even own any more eggs? Oh my God. Oh. You underestimate the power of propaganda and tribe mentality. People see attacks on you will 100% be influenced. The only way to reduce the propaganda is counter-propaganda. Content creators like the husband... What? Okay. Yeah. I think that the other side of this that also damaging is that I am not a drama content creator. I'm a political content creator. Okay. I don't exist in the world where I constantly find new villains online to tackle. If I did, I would do that. Okay. If I did, I would love this opportunity to duke it out. Okay. There are YouTube video compilations. If you think that people are aggressively anti-me and that actually, I promise you, yes, I have drama in the title because it's a bait, okay, and it's stupid. I hope you understand. There are a lot of people that have made a lot of money shitting on my former podcast co-host. Some of it is for valid reasons that I suspected he changed from, okay, and some of it is not. But it doesn't matter. What matters is if you're exclusively interested in the drama of it all, there is a million things that he has in his background that people have fucking regularly garnered millions of views over. Do you think I don't know how to fucking make a video like that? Of course I do. And there are plenty of others who do that. Okay? The reason why I don't do that is not because I'm some incredibly moral person who's above it all, even though I do think there is, you know, I don't care to entertain this kind of shit. Okay. The reason why I don't do that is because I'm not a fucking drama content creator. If I was, then this would be a wonderful opportunity for me to get millions and millions of fucking views. Okay. The more I cover drama, the more I move away from what I want to cover, which is what the current government is fucking doing to the administrative state. Okay. There's 8,000 people so far that have been forcibly removed from their homes and deported, placed in fucking hotel rooms in Panama City, sent to Guantanamo Bay. I'm sorry. I think it's fucking irrelevant to consistently go back and have this like back and forth with someone who doesn't necessarily care about the real politics of it all, but simply is just garnering attention and making content out of it. Okay? Especially at a time when it's very obvious that the right dominates the internet. Okay? They dominate it. Do you understand? You say this, yet you play Marvel Rivals sometimes. Of course I do. I need to fucking maintain my sanity to a certain degree. I try to make multifaceted content, but drama is not like that. Okay? When I fucking play Marvel Rivals, for example, Marvel Rivals doesn't come back and make like a million fucking YouTube videos, and then Marvel Rivals' fans don't come after and try to constantly derail the conversation that I'm trying to have. I know you're making fun of his argument. I'm simply stating that like that is the reason why I don't do it. Okay? There's also a secondary purpose to all the other like not immediately political content that I engage in. It's to sneak in progressive values and progressive ideas. Okay? And make them normal. That's it. I think your values, what? You are really good at pretending like you aren't condoning this anti-propaganda. You put it up on the screen for everyone else to see, keep it there for a while reading something else until you say, oh, what? And then give your rational response. Why was that pinned though, mate? Maybe because I didn't fucking read what he was saying. And then I also actively explained why I don't talk about that sort of stuff. Are you not? See, this is what I mean. You're not here to listen to what I'm saying because you don't think I'm honest. You don't think I'm a decent person, which is fine. Okay? You do not think I am an honest or decent person. You think I'm a bad person. You think I'm an ontologically evil person. There's not much I can do in terms of like convincing you that your opinions are shaped by someone else. Okay? That's it. I really didn't before though. That's what I mean, chatter. That exactly. Now think. When you made up your own mind, you literally, if you were in here and you made up your own mind about who I am after watching me directly, you were fine. But then someone else told you, no, here, watch this person 15 seconds at a time as I frame it in a negative way. And you were like, that's it. That's enough for me. Okay? That's the point. How does that not help you understand? This is not a conviction that you arrived at on your own. It's someone else that told you that this is what you should think. Yeah, you got duped. It's fine. If you hate me, you hate me. It's all good. I'll still fucking advocate for your rights as well because it's not transactional. Okay? It's not supposed to be transactional. This is why a long time ago I stopped addressing drama, not because I'm fearful or not because I want to, not because I'm allergic to the secret hidden truths. It's because most people that are primed for that, I'm effing. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Minor F. Anyway, CIA took me down. Kash Patel came for me. Kash Patel, no. Do you, for the chatters who are actually thinking that like I'm legitimately evil and scared of the truth or whatever, do you understand how this conversation devolves into completely unproductive shit and that 30,000 people that come in here every day don't want to fucking watch me repeat the same points over and over again and defend myself seemingly? That's the reason why I don't do it. Okay? The truth is out there. If you want to see it, it's readily available. It's not a secret. It's out there. There's context for every single thing, you know? I think the point is we're all boned regardless. You can go down playing their game, trying to make drama content, or you can go down making genuine content on your own terms. The destination will unfortunately more likely than all be the same. At least you're staying true to your values and are not letting the world drag you down. I mean, yeah. I still sympathize with Hasan's approach. I assume that's what you're referring to. It's also my approach. Yeah. For those of you in this community, yes, if you see someone just like saying some unhinged, insane shit, yes, you can correct them. Do it in a gentle way. To be like, hey, look, here is the actual appropriate context for this. It's not correct. Okay? That's it. That's all you can do. There's a lot of these people. There are a lot of people who are duped by clips. No one has the capacity to fucking watch a 8-hour stream.